Today we will learn how to create file and directories. Create a directory. We can put just mkdir and just put the directory name. So new directory. See, it's created this directory in here. How we can go inside the directory? Inside the directory, just put the cd command and the directory name. We are inside the directory. How can check where am I? pwd. We inside the /root/new directory. So now we'll make some files in here. So we put just tou says task and then file's name like file. It will immediately created a file. One thing always remember, Windows always see the extension of the file. By putting the extension, Windows recognize the file type, but in case of Linux, the extension doesn't matter. So if I put the txt or if I do just simply file, it's the same thing, nothing difference. So file is just created. So how can we create a multiple file in one click? So we just the task file see we can create a 3 files just one click. We can create also 30 files in one click, no issue. It's magic. But true thing is that production engineers are not use task command to create a file because it's just create a file, nothing else. So how as a wise engineer we can create a file? We will use the text editor. We'll talk about in text editor later, but now we just show you how can we actually create the file. So file meaningful, because tasks and just create the file, it's not meaningful because inside the file we are not putting anything. So now we will do the hello world we'll share with you how can we write or edit through the Vim or Nano text editor. Right now I just showing you how we actually create the file. See, the file meaningful is created. So if you want to write anything inside the file without text editor, we also can do it. Echo and then string text text and then we just write inside the file. So inside the file there is a text is written. How can we read the file? cat we use cat for read the file. So we just put the file and see the text. So if I want to add a new line inside the file, we also can do it by echo and new line. So we will use the double append redirection command so that we can just add the new line. So now we read the file again, cat file, there is a 2 line. And what if I don't use double append in here? It's the replace the line or replace the file. So just test, it's replace and then use single append. It's simply replace the content. Now we want to remove the file. How can we remove? So rm and then simply use the file name. For example, I want to remove this file1 here and press Y and see, we just remove successfully. There also need a confirmation, that's an hassle. So how can we tackle these things? rm minus f, it's an forcefully remove and then file name. For example, I want to remove the file number 2. It's an remove without confirmation. So how can we remove the multiple file in a single command? So rm forcefully remove and then use asterisk. It will remove whatever inside this directory. Don't use the slash, because if you use this command you will destroy the OS, because we know in the Linux there is in the Linux OS started from slash directory, and if you remove the slash directory, that means your OS is gone. So we just put the star and see all files and folders are gone. So now again we will create the file. Now we will back one step, cd and double dot, it will back one step. Now we can see the new directory. Now we want to remove this directory. So if you put the rm and then new directory, or if you put the f and the new directory, it will not remove, because it's only forcefully remove the file, not directory. So if you put this command, it will show the error, rm can't remove new directory is a directory. How can we remove this directory? We will put rm minus r means recursive, and you can use f flag, or if you don't, then no needed. We will use f because we don't want to put y or yes again, so we just put the forceful. So it's the meaning of the full command is remove rm, remove minus r means recursive, f mean forcefully. So now we remove forcefully this directory, and you can see it's removed, it's gone from here. How can we copy the files and directory in the Linux? cp is the copy command. Cp is the copy command, and the sourc source file or directory, and then destination file and directory. Okay, so cp, then we will copy this video file in the desktop folder. So how can we copy? Just put the video here. Also we can use absolute and relative path directory. I am inside the root. So if I want to use root and then video, it will be a absolute path. And where we want to copy, we want to copy inside the desktop. So destination we are using the desktop is the relative path. We also can use the absolute path in here. And now we can see inside the desktop there is a video. So we successfully copy the files. So how can we move this video to test directory? So just go to the desktop. Inside the desktop there is a video mkv. Now we will move then source of the file and then destination. Here we use relative path for both source and destination. So now where the file is gone, file inside the test. So we just go to the test ls. See, there is the video.mkv. Now we will rename this file. How can we rename? The interesting thing is that moving the file and rename the file command are same. So mv and video, and then we'll rename. So rename file dot mkv. Now we can see we rename the file successfully. Now we will copy test directory in the download directory. So we just copy test and then root and then download. Is it copy? No, it's not copying because cp are not specified, omitting directory. So since it's an directory, we can't copy this directory like this way. We have to use the flag, right? Recursive. Copy all of those things from test to root and then download. Now we can copy it. So ls -la /root download. We can also listing the directory like this way. Actually most of the production engineer use this way because it's very easy. We are not moving anywhere, we just set one directory and access all of those directory and files by using this command. So see, here is the test directory we successfully copied.